welcome back to Blake's Den. Yeah, different video today. Today I'm going to turn this into one of these. Yep, I'm going to build a Clarke instant garage. So I've got all the bits here in my trailer. I bought this second hand about a year ago. Ironically, it's been in storage ever since. But now I need a bit more temporary storage, weatherproof storage. Not for a car, sadly, but it may end up with a car in it at the end. So yeah, I've got this really uneven bit of concrete here. Not the best, but I'm going to put the garage up here. Got the instructions, so yeah, let's make a start. First step is to get all the roof laid out, get all those joints made, and yeah, get it all assembled. So there we go, that's the rough layout. First problem is I don't think it's quite going to fit in this orientation, so I'm going to have to spin it around. Obviously the legs splay out a bit and it gets a bit wider, so I'll turn it around. Right, the other problem was I'd lost a piece, but I found it in my storage area. So right, I'll put this together now. It's got a combination of push fit connections, which are like spring loaded, so that's one of them there. You've then also got bolted connections, so where it's got a hole through, that's a bolt. And it's also got push fit connections as well, which I think is those ones. So, right, I'm going to get that all assembled and I'll see you in a few minutes. There we go, the roof section all together. So you've got a combination of fittings. You've got sort of press fit ones, which have got a little spring on it. These ones which just push fit. And then you got these ones which are bolted connections, and they come with a little coach bolt which has a square shoulder underneath the head, goes into the recess in the tube, stops the nut from spinning. You will need a 10mm socket or a 10mm spanner. I actually used a 10mm bit socket, in my drill because I just remembered I had one. So that's all together and turned around now. I think it's going to fit. If you're buying one of these second hand, don't just take the seller's word for it, go and have a look. Luckily this was local to me and it was all assembled. I got it to see it installed and up. It was immaculate. Guy only had it a couple of months, temporary storage for a classic car before a garage was built. And he kindly took it all apart for me, which was nice. Except he's lost one part. I lost one M6 washer, but I'll forgive him that. I had plenty of those in the garage. Next step is to put the legs on, but before I do that, there's a little Blake's Den top tip that actually came from the previous owner that I'm going to do first. If you do ever see one of these for sale second hand, you'll notice that the ridge always wears quite badly on the canvas. So I've just put some pipe insulation on. This is normal 13mm pipe insulation. Put it all the way along the ridge, and hopefully that should stop it from wearing out. The sides and the sort of the intermediate supports aren't as bad. I have got some left over, so I might put some on, but I can put it on when it's up. But I thought I'd do this bit now before it gets too high in the air. Right, next job, get the legs on. So there's two legs with feet, go here, and they have bolted connections. And the other two have got curved pieces for the door. It'll all make sense when you see it going up. There we are, that's the main frame up. The next step involves a bit of science. You've got to measure it, check it's all square. I think I've done that the best I can, given the fact I'm on a very uneven surface. And then the next job is to anchor the legs down. I'm actually going off grid or off spec and using these. From tool station, so I'll drill them, put them bolts in. I'm going to use a big STS drill to drill it because I have. You got to do something a bit different at these legs because of the shape they are, but I will show you what I'm going to do there when I get onto them. So I've got the anchor bolts in there for the main legs. They went in very well, nice and secure. I'll use a bit of compliance in the tube. For the opposite ends, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. You need to use some of those hooks to put the front cover on. So I think I'll put the front cover on and then work out what to do. I could always weigh it down with something heavy on the inside. I've got plenty of heavy things. And that should probably do the job. I don't think it's going to blow away, not with all those anchors in there. So yeah, next step is to put the front cover on. Next step is installing the ends. You got to work out which end you want the door at. I'm having the door at the far end. It's solid at this end. Yeah, it's very straightforward. You just pull it up, hook it over. You've got to undo some of the tubes you've already attached to get it on, and then you ratchet strap it down. So yeah, I'm going to need some steps so I can get up high enough, and then I'm going to put this on here, which is the cover, not the cover, the front or the back, depends which way around you are. White on the inside, green on the outside. There we are, one side on and the other side on. So I still haven't anchored the feet down yet. I need to do that now because the whole thing's sort of billowing and pulling my legs in. So I'm going to work out how to do that now. Don't do that on a windy day. Yeah, I've pulled it over with some rope. It does recommend 2 people doing it. And yeah, I just need to get the bottom poles in now. Then I'll be able to get the thing all tightened up. Bit of a schoolboy error in the last clip. I had the top of the cover 90 degrees out. Anyway, I've turned it round and it fits beautifully now. So now I'll get the inner poles fitted. The cross beams are what really gives it its strength. So these are long beams here. You've got like scaffolding type clamps which go in the middle here. And those beams also thread through the loops in the canvas here. There's no specified height to put them at, but obviously you want it fairly even all the way around. I think I'm about there, so I'll start bolting these on. Again, they've got coach bolts and M10 nylock nuts, so yeah, I'll start threading the poles and then putting the clamps on. And that's all the cross braces in. It's all very solid now. I did make some mistakes, I'll admit that. If you look down here, this leg was like completely in the wrong place. You can see the holes there. Well, it was, and that's what it needed to be. Obviously I didn't have the hole. I should have really measured the distance between bays and checked that was constant. I think if I was doing it again, I would actually put these cross pieces on before I put the canvas over, so I knew my legs were in the right place. Fix the legs to the ground, then canvas over, take them off, and then sort of slip them in again. So right, final job is to just get it all tightened up and yeah, looking good. Well, I'm really happy with how that worked out. Transferred the ratchet straps through the eyelets, tighten it all up. There's still a few creases here and there, but it'll come out over time. So yeah, if you go inside, it's actually really warm, really quite cozy. Very light as well. I don't know if the camera's picking up how light it is in here, but it is really light. So as I say, it's just some temporary storage I need for some stuff, and then eventually I think we'll end up putting the car in it. In fact, you can see where the previous owner had his classic car in here, big old Jaguar. You can see where it was running against the rear canvas. So yeah, just go around one more check and then I think we'll call it a day. So I hope you found that video useful. It is in no way sponsored by Clarke. If you want to sponsor me, Clarke, get in touch. Yeah, so just to recap which one I've got. So I bought this model here, CIG 81015, and that's 4.5 meters by 3 meters wide. I've also got the next size up as well, so 4 bays long, and that was slightly damaged. That was another purchase, actually the same week as I bought this. So yeah, I definitely think they're worth the money. They aren't cheap. I wouldn't say they're expensive. I would say they're priced about right for the quality of them. So I hope you liked the video. If you have, press the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to comment as well. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.